hello, and welcome to Garden TV. I am your host, Lydia, and I have actually a really good episode for you guys today. I was going to start it off with some really good Reddit stories, and then ended up going down a really interesting rabbit hole about native deodorants. If you, I'm wondering if you guys are familiar with that organic um, deodorant line, but I had no clue. I had absolutely no clue um, what it was doing to people like the last couple months. So we're gonna start it off with this really awesome Reddit post, and then we're gonna go in from there. But yes, I'm so happy to be back. Um, it definitely took me a good year and a half to kind of settle in. I had a job and everything. I had two jobs and everything. And bam, right here back at square one. So stay along and let's see. And enjoy. Enjoy the Shuffles Pinterest app, one of my favorite apps right now on my phone. Don't forget to follow me on that app as well. And yes, so it says right here, what's your beef? Beauty products that did you dirty. Have you ever used something, shampoo, blush, deodorant, etc., that was so bad it honestly felt a little personal, like you were maybe getting pranked? Vent it out. Mine is with Aveeno Apple Cider Clarifying Conditioner. Aveeno and I used to be good friends. I used their face products all throughout high school and college and never had any problems. My hair loves strong clarifying shampoos, and I saw this apple cider line and had good reviews and pretty nice looking ingredients, so I thought I'd try it. Smells nice too. Terrible idea. I tried this conditioner 3 different times. Now realizing I give products and people too many second chances, lol. And each time I slather it on, it feels nice for about 4 seconds and then sucks the absolute ever loving life out of my hair. Like, can't even finger detangle, zero slip, stickiest, driest, nasty feeling, and stays that way even if I rinse thoroughly and use a different conditioner after. Doesn't get better until I literally strip it out with a clarifying shampoo. I thought worst case scenario it would just not be slippery enough for me, but this was so bad and I lost more hair in the shower trying to detangle even after putting my regular conditioner on, which I'm still mad about. Not saying this is bad, not saying that this is a bad product in general. It may work great for other people or when my hair is healthier, but holy moly, terrifically awful results on me right now. Dang, that's crazy. And I have actually never seen that product. Apple cider vinegar, I have never seen that Aveeno product. If you guys are familiar with that, please share below if it does the same exact thing to your hair. I don't think I'm gonna try it, but definitely want to try some apple cider vinegar though. That's a good idea when it comes to like deep cleanse. So I want to look into some hair washes like that. We can probably have a deep dive with that. The next post that I found, which is exactly aluminum free deodorant, made the change from aluminum based deodorant because I heard it was better for you. Not joking. I have never in my life smelled so horrible. It was watermelon scented, but I ended up smelling like a straight up onion. My BO was that bad. Dumped it and went back to aluminum deodorants. Health risk be damn. And then someone responded, tried it for a few years, smelled like beef and onion stew. Now I use certain dry and a regular cheapie on sale like Secret, and I haven't smelled myself in years. I have this combo down so good. And then someone answered 106 days ago, I love certain dry. Oh, I gotta look certain dry up. I'm just going to add that updated recent studies show there's no correlation between aluminum zinc from antiperspirant and the retention of toxic chemicals. It was hypothetical hype that there's lack of supportive documentation for it. If you're gonna harp on me for not posting the study, let me know. I'll find them. Here are some studies. Guys, sorry it took me a minute. If anyone has something to add to it, and if I did something wrong, sorry. And I want to look at this article. Someone responded, the only toxic chemicals are the ones I produce going without aluminum base deodorant slash antiperspirant cures in the summer and winter. Damn ads make me sweat buckets, and it's bad enough going on with smell prevention. And yes, LOL, agreed. That was really funny. Here's the article right here. Breast cancer and deodorant slash antiperspirants, a systematic review off of the website pubmed.ncbi.lim.nih.gov. PubMed Advanced User Guide. PubMed Advanced User Guide. All right, so the abstract background methods results, and this was in 2016. Over the last decade, the possible association between underarm deodorant slash antiperspirants use and breast cancer risk has raised important interest in the scientific community. The objective of our systematic review is to estimate the pooled risk of deodorant slash antiperspirants used for breast cancer. All right, so that is what they're going to be looking into. All observational studies that evaluated the association between breast cancer risk and deodorant slash antiperspirants were reviewed. We have only identified 2 case controlled studies carried out between 2002 and 2006. Okay, that's very interesting. The first study was conducted in USA and investigated the possible relationship between USA products and the the first study was conducted in USA and investigated the possible relationship between the use of products applied for underarm perspiration and the risk for breast cancer in women aged 20 to 74 years. This population-based case control study gathered information by in-person interview. The second study was conducted in Iraq and investigated the possible relationships between use of antiperspirants and the risk for breast cancer in women attending and teaching a teaching hospital. The study also gathered information by in-person interview. There was no risk of antiperspirants use in the pooled risk. Odds ratio 0.40, 95%. Confidence interval 0.35 to 0.46. Our comprehensive research has identified an insufficient number of studies to conduct a quantitative review, okay, and obtain reliable results. Further prospective studies are strongly needed. Okay, so basically, they tried their best. They didn't really find anything, but they feel like they should get and study more into it deeper. And yeah, I completely understand. It did I don't know if you guys feel like it has answered the question of if it causes cancer or not. It says right here, yeah, there was no risk of antiperspirants use in the pooled risk. 95% confidence interval. So that's very interesting. Wow. In response, yes, the aluminum is physically too large to enter the body. That's the whole point and how it works. Drives me nuts that people misunderstand this. Not their fault. It's greenwashing and marketing. It blocks the sweat from exiting. Okay, that's very interesting. In response, I thought that it was confirmed to be absorbed by the body, but hasn't been shown to be harmful. There were studies that showed aluminum in breast tissue by the armpit, both in healthy women and women with breast cancer. That's also very interesting. In response, This is so true. People should understand that practically everything in the world revolves around money and marketing. Do your own study. Do not trust what salespeople write and tell you as truth. Yes. In response, literally forms little plugs. And Invisible Child says, "Oof, I really feel this though. I tried native deodorant a while back because I temporarily bought into the all natural is better hype. The deodorant itself smelled nice, but I smelled so bad after just minutes of applying it, like rotten onions or something, and and the smell was so strong. Yet I couldn't do anything about it until I got home hours later." Just here to look in response says, "Same here. My dermatologist actually told me native is terrible and don't bother with it. She said there's no need to use aluminum free and actually recommended Dove spray, my fave anyway." And another brand I can't remember, native calls horrible dermatitis in my underarms. Whoa. My dermatologist said she sees it all the time. Dang, dermatitis? Ouch. That's a huge inflame. That's huge. Oh my God. Yeah, that's a huge issue. That would bother me. In response, this is the correct answer. After switching to Loom, which I love, I decided to save money and try Hello deodorant. It gave me the most rank, rotting garbage pits I have ever smelled in my life. My armpits had never created this my armpits had never created this putrid smell in my life, even when not using anything at all. But the Hello deodorant had some kind of chemical reaction that smelled like I was keeping dead rats in my pits. This is crazy. Have you guys had any of these issues with native deodorant or Loom or Hello? Like, what is up? That's crazy. That that it's having that reaction. That's so funny. In response, native deodorant, not native deodorant, just not effective at all. Wow, some people are just saying this just straight out not effective and does the absolute opposite. So much so that it actually causes the body to smell bad rather than protecting the body from the must. That's crazy. I've never tried let me see. Have I don't know. I don't remember. But I'm gonna have to try and see. I'm just scared. I don't want to smell like rotten eggs. But if you guys have had any experiences with native deodorant, please share your experience below. I have a few more responses right here. Says somehow it made me smell worse, exactly, than just not using deodorant at all. Me too. Almost as if the deodorant spoiled on my skin. Same. I got a huge rash and absolutely reeked of BO in a way I never in my life had to scrub numerous times to get the stench out of my pits, then go back to a better deodorant. Oh, that is crazy. Nuke's bell bag in response. I love the way the coconut native deodorant smells so much, but it does nothing when you actually need it. Laugh my ass off. Yeah, that's crazy. That's actually why I bought it in the first place, for the smell. It was expensive as fuck too. Dang, it is expensive? Wow. In response, 99.99999% of natural deodorant is just rebranded solid perfume, and most perfume reacts poorly with sweat. I will die on this hill. Literally everyone I know who tried native deodorant found it made their BO smell worse. That's crazy. Oh my God. Is native deodorant really like this? Like, a lot of these people have responded over 100 days ago, so I'm sure they have improved the formula. There's actually more than one Reddit post about this. Actually, this is not the only Reddit post, which is really interesting. Like, you guys, yeah, you can get like into a really, like, I don't know, it's just like a hundreds and hundreds of people complaining about their body just smelling so bad. They have never smelled like that actually before. Right here, Julia Nortz. Loom deodorant. Wow, even Loom. Loom deodorant ended up getting horrible fungal rashes after using it for a while. Golly. It also smells like throw up. Wow. In response, thank God someone else said this. I thought I was losing my mind. So, more people are probably experiencing this and they don't even know that that they probably think it's them, but it's probably that, but it's the product instead. Someone said that, yeah, it smells like throw up. It smells like vomit. Expensive vomit? That's crazy. Whoa. Okay. This post is really long. Let's see if we can get through this. Don't use native deodorant. I have been suffering agonizing pain from it for 4 months. Sadly, many other people are as well. I am sharing my story and agony to help prevent someone else from suffering. I figured I'd treat myself to a more luxury deodorant for my hospital bag for giving birth. I happily purchased native deodorant. I loved it, but quickly turned to folliculitis. Oh my God. Within a week. First appeared as a rash. I thought maybe from breast milk, but it kept getting worse, and doctor confirmed that it's not a thing and diagnosed me with folliculitis and asked what deodorant I was using. They quickly said, yep, don't use that deodorant because they see it all the time. Antibiotics did not help. 4 months later, it's even worse. I cannot shave or use deodorant of any kind. It bleeds and it's so painful. Whoa, that's crazy. Now it's a full on staph infection. Oh my. Now it's a full on infection. Whoa, now it's a full on staph infection. So, again, on antibiotics. Antibacterial cream, no deodorant. Can't use razor more than once, which I just quit altogether. It's been a nightmare. I do not have sensitive skin nor typical issues with anything except this. I've done a deep dive, and this is very common with native deodorant. Due to it having too much baking soda, just here to warn others because it's been a living, breathing nightmare. The worst part is how painful it is. I can't even wear a bra at this point, and I'm forced to telework because of that, and not being able to wear deodorant until it clears up more. Even the treatment I'm on isn't guaranteed to work, which would next step be laser hair removal, which is very expensive and still not guaranteed to work. In addition, I've never had razor bumps before. This is 1,000% from the deodorant, and there is countless others you can find if you look into it. I ruined my summer, ruined my shirts with blood, ruining my life. I have a high pain intolerance. For perspective, I was in the U.S. Army and ran 2 miles unknowingly with two fractured hips. Dang! And the pain almost brings me to tears daily. Oh my God. I'm looking into filing class action lawsuits, so it's bad. Honestly, I just don't want anyone else to endure this. Be careful with natural deodorant and make sure there isn't too much baking soda in them. And do not use native deodorant. Maybe some people it's fine, but it's not worth the risk. Wow. And this is coming from someone that wasn't even sensitive, just had normal skin, never had any reactions. And this deodorant, this specific deodorant, is whoa. Folliculitis? Dang, that sounds so painful. In response, oh my God, yes. When it first came out, I was so excited and I literally had my underarm scabbed over. I have no idea how they are still in business. Everyone I know has this problem and it happened so quick for me. I can't stand this brand. Thank you for the PSA, and I'm sorry you're dealing with this and dealing with this with a newborn baby too. They're still in business because they got bought out by P&G. Oh, I didn't know that. Iris Alustrial in response says, "Oh my God, I bought native because the coconut vanilla smells so good, and I've been having the itchiest, most terrible irritation lately. I thought it was my razor, and I got a new one. I'm so dumb. It was after I started using this product. I'm sorry for I'm sorry you're suffering like this, especially from simply wearing deodorant. I'm throwing mine out as soon as I get home. Thank you for making me realize. In response, you're not dumb. It's way more reasonable to think shaving cause bumps than your fucking natural $9 deodorant. And oh, it went up to 13 bucks. That's crazy. This happened to me too. I switched to their sensitive version with no baking soda and had no problems since. Okay. The arrowroot powder and other such alternatives work perfectly fine. I don't understand why they ever bothered with baking soda in the first place, and they're still lying about it now. Wow, so everyone's having reactions. Oh, maybe with the baking soda right here. Wow, sorry you're dealing with this. I had not heard of this before, but I do know that baking soda has an alkaline or high pH. I also know that skin needs to have a slightly acidic pH in order to remain healthy and fight off infections. I wonder if the baking soda content threw off your skin's microbiome and allowed too much of the bad bacteria to proliferate. In any case, please stick with your treatment plan. I don't use anything that your and don't use anything that your doctor has not okayed. I wish you relief soon. Ooh, so the baking soda, dang. Then you would think that baking soda with it being so natural, with it being a cleaning agent, with people using it to brush their teeth, you would think like, hey, let me wear this on my skin like a mask and have that film just kind of cake on my skin and just burn it. That's basically what the baking soda is doing. It's like burn the heat, I guess, is like warming up that baking soda and it's just cooking underneath those armpits. But okay, what does it say? And in the most recent update, a New York federal judge has dismissed a lawsuit alleging Procter& Gamble, P&G, falsely advertises its native deodorant as giving 72-hour odor protection. U.S. District Judge Denise Cote granted P&G's motion to dismiss the native class action claim on April 9th, 2025. This is actually the most recent lawsuit to date, saying a reasonable consumer would not expect the deodorant to keep them dry and odorless for 3 days. So they're basically saying, why would anyone do that in the first place? Sit in their must for 2+ days, you know? Some people do it. Some people are relying on it. But actually, that's really crazy. I don't know if this is a gaslight, but from what I have just been reading, I don't think that that's what they're trying to say. I think they're saying, well, I don't well this lawsuit is completely different, but what I have been reading, I think what people have been complaining about actually is that it not only doesn't protect you from odor, but it actually creates a crazy odor that 99 of the percent of people using the deodorant have never smelled actually before in their lives. So, and also the reaction, something about the ingredients in the deodorant, it's like literally cutting through the skin, causing, like the craziest, most painful inflammation. So, I understand exactly where they're coming from when they're saying, who would do that? Just sit in their sweat for over 3 days. Like, that's crazy. But I actually think that that's far from what people have been saying, from reading the reviews. And we're going to read some more reviews actually. But to continue the update, it says plaintiffs Ashton Hernandez and Andrew Samarak originally filed the class action complaint. Plaintiffs Ashton Hernandez and Andrew Samarak originally filed the class action complaint against P&G in June 2024, last year, in New York federal court, alleging violations of state and federal consumer laws. The plaintiffs claim Native charges much more than its competitors due to the allegedly false 72-hour odor protection claim. Honestly, the plaintiffs, they're onto something, but I don't think they're really like pinpointing the true issue that this deodorant company is like causing. So says, okay, so the plaintiffs claim Native charges much more than its competitors due to the allegedly false. Okay, I guess. But yeah, so they dismissed that lawsuit, a class action lawsuit that basically alleged Native deodorant whole body deodorant is falsely advertising that it can't provide 3 days of odor protection. I mean, I guess like I don't even know if that should really be the true lawsuit. I'm actually worried about this reaction that's not responding to antibiotics. Like what? Like that's what I want to know more about. But furthermore, about this lawsuit that's been dismissed basically a few months ago, um, officially April 9th, 2025, in a 9-page opinion and order, Judge Coate granted Zinland's motion to dismiss the plaintiff's first amended complaint due to a lack of supporting evidence. I mean, I guess I have to agree. I mean, 9 pages, that's nothing. A freaking class action lawsuit, they didn't even really go in much. But like they were saying, the plaintiff claimed the defendant had never clinically tested its native whole body deodorant but failed to provide any facts in support of that conclusion, the judge found. Wow, that's crazy because just off reading the reviews and Reddit, those sound like very serious complaints. Oh my gosh. Like lawsuit worthy complaints. Just completely destroying almost the deformity, like just deforming their skin like that. Like that's actually really crazy. And it's lasting for several months. So back to the lawsuit says according to Judge Coate, the plaintiff even admitted in the complaint that Zinland's counsel produced a document purporting to reflect a native deodorant clinical study. The plaintiff alleged that the testing methodology was absurdly flawed, but a test, even if flawed, is still a test, Judge Coate determined. I mean, none of this is making sense. Basically, they should have got like more people on the lawsuit to complain. They didn't even come with any other reasons and evidence of other people experiencing the same thing. I mean, I feel like they were just trying to get money off of this company just by saying, "Oh, 3 days, like that's crazy." But I'm glad and then they went back saying like, "But who would even do that? Honestly, take a shower after the first day." So I'm like, damn, they should have went in though with the actual reactions. Dermatitis, folliculitis. God, like reactions like that, that's crazy. That's deeper than this odor thing. And actually the odor that's causing onions smelling like freaking garbage, like and even before using the deodorant, never ever smelling like that ever again. Even if you're not wearing deodorant, like oh man, I don't know. I just feel like the lawsuit like really missed the whole point. Um completely missed the whole point of what like people have truly been experiencing. But back to native deodorant, everyone really have they've been mentioning coconut and vanilla, the natural deodorant for women, and has basically the scent of the deodorant has literally been one of the main selling points of the reason why a lot of these women have been purchasing the deodorant in the first place. And the ingredients in this deodorant says right here, native deodorant backed by over 15,000 5-star reviews. I have to check that out. I have to do some more research. Okay, 15,000 people have been having good experiences with this deodorant that's literally keeping this business alive. Um, which offers aluminum free, naturally derived ingredients for effective and long lasting odor protection, ensuring you don't have to compromise between safety and effectiveness. Ingredients overview: caprylic, capric, triglyceride, tapioca starch, ozakerite, sodium bicarbonate, right there. There's your, that's what everyone's been complaining about the most. The baking soda, the sodium bicarbonate. Then there's magnesium hydroxide, cocos, nucifera, coconut oil, clidoxerin, shea butter, and some fragrance. So, and it's alcohol free. So I don't know. It's a lot of different ingredients going on there. It doesn't sound too organic to me. But it says right here, people also ask, what is the active ingredient in native deodorant? And the AI overview response: the primary active ingredients in native deodorant are baking soda, sodium bicarbonate, and L. acidophilus probiotic. Baking soda neutralizes odors, while the probiotic helps to balance the natural bacteria in the underarm area. So, dang, not enough. Other ingredients like shea butter and coconut oil contribute to the deodorant's texture and smoothness. Okay, so yeah, it just makes me think for real. And then when it comes to Loom, on their website, they're also advertising they 72-hour odor and sweat control. Okay. Um and I wonder what their reviews are, because they have the solid stick deodorant, which also, it doesn't have any it's formula actually, Loom is actually formulated without aluminum, without baking soda, without um without phthalates, sulfates, parabens, and talc. That's actually very impressive, honestly, compared to the ingredients that we were just looking at. This is actually very impressive. Smooth, solid lavender sage. Then there is whole body deodorant plus sweat control for pits, privates, and beyond. Lavender sage, smooth, solid. And it's also formulated without baking soda, phthalates, sulfates, parabens, talc. That's awesome. Then they have their spray deodorant. And it says spray is powered by ozone friendly natural propellants. Okay, that's very impressive as well. So keep a lookout. And then there's the whole body deodorant cream, invisible cream ingredients. Again, formulated without aluminum, baking soda, phthalates, sulfates, parabens, and talc. That's awesome. Castor oil fragrance. Doesn't castor oil help with hair growth? So if you're like using it down there in your privates, that's funny. But and then their whole body deodorant plus sweat control lavender, and sage. It's like a cream deodorant. Wow. I have never seen a product like that. A cream deodorant, like a lotion basically. And again, formulated with the main ingredients that people kind of have been like complaining about basically. And then the Hello deodorant, their ingredients: Maranta, Arundinacea root powder, cocos, Nestiferia, coconut oil, sterile alcohol, caprylic. We are familiar with those. That's in um, the native deodorant, the capric, triol, triglyceride, shea butter, rice, bran wax, fragrant, magnesium, zinc, charcoal powder, tea leaf, leaf oil. That is very interesting. Hello deodorants are typically formulated without aluminum-free ingredients, often including absorbent powders like arrowroot, skin conditioning oils like shea butter and coconut oil, and odor-finding ingredients like tea tree oil and charcoal. They may also include ingredients like fragrance, waxes, and antioxidants. Here's a more detailed look at common Hello deodorant ingredients. The common ingredients: absorbents, arrowroot powder, the marinata that we just saw, the charcoal powder, the skin conditioning ingredients, shea butter, coconut oil, sunflower seed wax, the actual deodorant, the citrate, odor protection, tea tree oil. Okay, tea tree is pretty strong, so I do understand and see that happening. And rice bran wax, carnauba wax, magnesium, zinc. Okay. Aluminum free, natural ingredients, no baking soda, dermatologist recommended and tested. That's very, very, very impressive as well. A lot of people have been using Hello, Loom, and Native still to this day. So compared to a lot of the different skin reactions, the 72-hour protection, a lot of people have been doubting that as well and not sure. But yes, there's also another deodorant that I discovered on the Pomp Beauty website called Freedom Natural Deodorant. And it also comes with a few different flavors. I mean, a few different scents: unscented natural, magic lavender, coconut vanilla, and they are claiming 24-hour protection. So I actually respect the honesty and respect that basically that is really how often 98% of people use their deodorant on a regular basis. Most likely and more than likely, a lot of the consumers using deodorant in general take showers in the morning or sometimes even 2 times a day. So every 12 hours. So that's actually, I'll go with that. I'll actually go with that, this type of deodorant. And again, yes, Freedom deodorant, 24-hour aluminum free, women owned, vegan. They're also claiming to be vegan. So if you are into that, investing in more vegan products, I will go with that. Let's see if they have any reviews. It says right here, crafted 100% natural plant-based ingredients, the Freedom eco-friendly deodorant offers reliable all-day odor protection without compromising your skin's health or the environment. It is designed to provide 24-hour protection and formulated without aluminum, parabens, synthetic fragrances, or dyes, ensuring a clean and safe application. Okay, so no synthetic fragrances or dyes. I really like that a lot. They didn't say anything about baking soda though. The eco-friendly deodorant instead features natural products like coconut oil, magnesium. I don't know. Have people reacted from the magnesium? I'm not sure. Olive fruit oil, arrowroot powder, jojoba, ester, moringa butter, ester, and a blend of essential oils. How do people feel about essential oils? Have they had any reactions off natural and organic derived essential oils? Please share below. How do you feel about that as well? And if you've used or seen Freedom deodorant around. It says here the key features EWG verified, meaning it meets the Environmental Working Group's rigorous standards for health and quality. I have never heard of EWG, so I definitely want to look up what that means. 24-hour protection, clinically proven to provide effective odor protection for 24 hours with a single application, cruelty free and vegan. I have to check again if Native claims that. If they are cruelty free and vegan, not tested on animals and free from animal derived ingredients. Fresh, clean scent, subtle and non overpowering lavender fragrance. So, this is the Magic Lavender, a calming blend of lavender with subtle notes of citrus. You know, honestly, I would love to smell that scent. That sounds very good. We have a review, our most recent actually, April 11th, 2025, 5 stars. Says, I'm not stinky! Exclamation point. You never really know when it comes to deodorant what's going to work or not. I absolutely agree. She says, continues here, work after chemo. And this has been the best so far. I feel when trying something scented, my body just reacts so poorly to it and smells sour immediately. This one doesn't. It lasts me all day long, my new fave. Okay. She says that she's actually experienced. She doesn't, when it comes to deodorant, she says you really never know. Honestly, even with aluminum deodorants, honestly, yeah, some of those deodorants are not as strong either. A lot of people struggle with really maintaining the sweat and odor. So she's right. You really never know. And then, and sometimes she has actually reacted poorly to some deodorants, and this deodorant has not caused that reaction in a negative way. So I'm really happy to hear that. Again, from Miss Debbie, another very recent, just a couple months ago, April 10th, 2025. Incredible! Exclamation point. Your product has been a positive surprise. Hey, yeah, a lot of people really they're not expecting a lot of these deodorants to work. That's so interesting. Oh my gosh. I had given up on finding a deodorant that would work. Living in the desert is harsh on our bodies. However, this product is working. Very pleased. Okay, and she used the unscented. She actually used the unscented version. So, that's impressive. We have another review from Cassandra. Again, just a few months ago. Always want freedom. All right, I know that's right. I have tried other natural deodorants, and I can say with certainty that I will always want freedom. The scented ones are very pleasant, but not overpowering like most deodorants. And it does not irritate my armpits after hair removal. I am happy with the Freedom brand and having something that really works for me. It says, and it does irritate my armpits, but I believe she meant it doesn't. And it doesn't irritate my armpits after hair removal. Thank you so much for leaving that small detail. Because yes, some people can be extra sensitive after waxing and shaving under their armpits. And again, that was the unscented. From Miss Maggie, she says she also loves freedom. She continues, I'm very sensitive to products. I love freedom and I'm able to tolerate the fresh smell of the product. It also helps me avoid sweating. Okay, that's good. I'm very comfortable using freedom. The unscented version has basically been the most popular. I like that. That's really cool. Miss Susie, I love this deodorant. I love the smell and the feel, not sticky at all. Makes me feel clean all day. I love that it's not in a plastic container. Definitely recommend this to anyone. All right. So they are anti-plastic as well. I really like that. Right here, Amazon review, top reviews from the United States. Says from here, from loves to hike, 5 star, works like deodorant should. Okay, April 26, 2025. She's reviewing the coconut vanilla. This is my favorite natural deodorant. I've used the vanilla for a few years now. Okay. Natural ingredients to reduce odor. Highly recommend with no negatives in my experience other than availability at times. Okay, so it's definitely popular. Direct from manufacturer may be a better source. Okay, that's very helpful. Another review from DB, 5 stars, says, I highly recommend it. All right. This deodorant is expensive, at least to me. Most aluminum free deodorants are. I've tried them all. 99% of them are effective to a certain point, but I can't get through the day without wondering and going to the restroom to check myself, regardless if the inconvenience of that is worth the money to avoid the negative health aspects of the deodorants that are not aluminum free. All that being said, this is the one aluminum free deodorant that I have used that actually works perfectly. Yes, it's costly, but I am so excited to find one that actually works all day. Not only does it smell subtly wonderful, I can feel confident that I don't have to worry about my hygiene throughout the day. The first couple of weeks of wearing it, checked myself often and never once had a problem. Well, worth the price for me. I highly recommend it if you want one that works well all the time. All right, she highly recommends one that works well all the time. Thank you so much. All right, so another happy customer that is relieved. So I'm actually happy to hear that because a lot of people, that's one of the main things. They just want to be able to go on with their day, feeling fresh, smelling fresh, and not having to worry about any odor or anything coming up because a lot of people, like that one lady says, she loves to hike and everyone's on the move and they want to stay nice and dry. So I honestly, going so deep into this deodorant world, oh my God. Um, I personally am not sensitive to deodorants at all, but I would love to invest my money into more sustainable products and more natural organic products as well. So looking into all of these really like, oh my gosh, puts a perspective. Even like the one lady, she also wasn't that sensitive as well and still ended up getting a reaction. And believe it or not, a lot of people a lot of people have been changing where they place their dollar, where they're shopping these days, and they're really looking into ingredients. And regardless of having a reaction, regardless of sensitivities or allergic traumas, they're just, regardless, some people just want to shop the right way, the correct way, as best as they can. They want to be an intentional shopper. And that brings me back. with that EWG verification on some of these beauty products. I looked it up, and EWG, it says right here, when you see the EWG verified mark on a product, you can be sure it's free from EWG's chemicals of concern and meets our strictest standards of for your health. And that's actually very interesting. If anyone in the chat has heard of EWG, please share below how you feel about this, because I am very impressed and kind of happy that there's other sources that you can go to when it comes to finding out if you're making the right choice when it comes to shopping for healthier products. It says right here, another question: is the EWG a trustworthy source? EWG partners with companies that certify their products. Its reports are influential with the public, but it has been criticized for exaggerating the risks of chemicals. So, I definitely want to look more into that. EWG rated means that a product has been scored through one of EWG's specific databases, like Skin Deep or the Guide to Healthy Cleaning, and is evaluated based on available data. So basically, they're just doing extensive research for you. And I truly can appreciate that. Like, all research is good research. Says right here on the EWG website, think all products are safe? Think again. So I guess that's what they're saying when they, them being like very exaggerated. But I mean, what can you say? A lot of this stuff for many years was deemed very safe, but it ended up being quite harmful. So you can never be so sure. And plus, and then like a lot of these products being um marketed as healthy and organic, and then you use the product and it's like tearing up your skin, like that's actually kind of scary. But back again to the website, it says right here, most products on the market today are made with chemicals that were introduced exactly like I said. Most products on the market today are made with chemicals that are introduced several decades ago. Since then, scientists have found that many of these chemicals are related to cancer, asthma, birth defects, and fertility problems. Some of these chemicals are in products that we use every single day: our shampoo, our soap, furniture, mattresses. In many cases, manufacturers don't have a list or don't even have to list their ingredients on their packages or websites. So there's no way for you to know what you're truly, really getting. Since 1993, the Environmental Working Group has tracked chemical safety and has called out bad chemicals and the companies that use them. We are the go to resource for parents and consumers nationwide when it comes to choosing better products for their health and their homes. And we are proud of our role. You know, honestly, that's a great start. That's a really great intro. And exactly, enough is enough. And a lot of these products have been around for many years, and it says dated since 1993. That's when they have been doing their research. Decades of really hardcore research in their database that they can use to back all of their claims, which I can appreciate. Yes, I can. Why EWG verified? I'm on their website and I just had to get like a little bit more detail, get really deep into this, because I'm going to be looking out for this label now every single time I'm searching the product ingredients and where it comes from and stuff. So it says here, we stated EWG verified, or it says here, we started EWG Verified to drive companies to create healthier, safer products. We know there are companies that are concerned about raising, we know there are companies that are concerned about rising cancer rates. or about fertility challenges becoming increasingly common, or about allergies impacting more of our young ones. EWG Verify recognizes products that meet EWG's strictest standards for your health. This means none of EWG's chemicals of concern. This means full transparency. This means a mark you can trust. It means EWG approved. Our ultimate goal is for all products on the market to be free from harmful chemicals so that everyone's purchasing decisions can finally be stress free. And honestly, I can respect that. Yes. Okay. So, yes, when you're shopping, look out for the EWG verified seal. Okay? That is I mean for me very helpful because my research is also lately have been very extensive. So a lot of these reviews, um, a lot of these ingredients, finding out that baking soda, um, you know, it's very good. You know, using it as a cleaning agent and then neutralizing, washing it off with water. But letting it sit on your skin like that for several hours, up to 3 days, possibly, I just think that that's just burning up your skin. That's just chopping your skin up like crazy. So I don't know. I would avoid baking soda altogether. They say that they're adding like a lot of other ingredients to neutralize it. But I think water is the best way to go. And also, why not? Every single day after 12 hours of a great hike, 12 hours of a great strenuous working day, maybe even 8 hours of school class, sitting in all those different chairs and seats. Why not, take a shower after 12 hours of use of deodorant, 8 hours of use of deodorant? Why not? Why wait up to or over 72 hours? That is pretty ridiculous. But when it comes to emergencies, yeah, go ahead, go a week. But a lot of people have been saying, regardless of what it's marketed as, being healthy, being organic, being safe, still people are very sensitive to those natural ingredients. Um, it can be very like strong, those perfumes and stuff. It can be very strong still to your average person, even to someone that's not even normally sensitive to things. Deodorant has been a huge topic, and I am just now realizing, I knew about the aluminum issue that everyone was having concerns about, but I did not know that Native was literally scraping up these armpits. No, but yes, let me know in the comments. Do you like Loom? Do you like Hello deodorant? Do you like um Freedom deodorant? Have you tried any of these products? Um, what do you feel about this 72-hour marketing like tactic that they're using? And how long do you normally use your deodorant? And how was the longest like of you just sitting in your natural scents? um a lot of people have been saying that some deodorants help them stay dry, but it doesn't help them with odor. Some of them have been reviewing that it helps them with odor, but it doesn't help them with sweat. So please share below your aluminum free or aluminum added, baking soda free or baking soda added, magnesium free or magnesium added. Please let us know in the comments below what your favorite deodorant is and if you've tried any of the products featured here on this episode. Yes, I just want to thank you guys so much for stopping by and checking out this crazy rabbit hole that I went down, and looking at the pictures of what folliculitis looks like and what dermatitis on sensitive skin looks like, and how that one review, she was stating that it is not even, oh my gosh, responding and resisting antibiotics. Like, what is that? That's so crazy. I'm sure there's probably like underlying other issues, but man, at the end of the day, you just want to feel fresh and clean. And like that one lady said, she just want to keep going to the bathroom to check herself and see if her armpits are dry or is it showing through your shirt, your blouse. Like, you really don't want to have mishaps like that throughout the day, especially very social, very hardworking person. You want to just be relieved when it comes to that category. And so, yes, please share your stories below, share your reviews. What do you think about native deodorant? And I'm just going back and thinking about all of the women that have left reviews and shared that they've actually kind of don't know what to expect when they're going to use a brand new deodorant. Like, I don't think I've specifically had like issues like that, but I do want to try the lotion deodorant that Loom has on their website, that cream. I have never in my life had like a lotion deodorant. Like, I love that. I definitely want to get into that and try and see. Because I'm sure there are a lot of people that would like to rub it like on their lower back, like that deodorant lotion between their thighs. I know European Wax Center also has like an aluminum free deodorant that's supposed to be also marketed as like organic. And as well, a lot of people have also been saying that deodorant is also causing very smelly reactions. And now that I think about it, I want to see if I want to see what the ingredients are looking like. And it's the deodorant that's a part of their Slow line. And European Wax Center aloe infused deodorant stick. Natural aluminum free, long lasting odor protection with slow hair regrowth minimization. So, this also has slow hair regrowth minimization. So, compared to the castor oil that is applied in the other, I believe, the Loom deodorant products, this product has regrowth minimization. So, which prevents the hair from growing so fast, basically, and prevents ingrown hairs and bumps. So, and it also brightening and protecting with the vitamin E. But I have also heard that this deodorant as well does not help with odor. A lot of people have been complaining that it also causes the onion smell when they normally do not smell like that on in usually. So that is so interesting. What? So what are the ingredients? Experience a gentle aluminum-free deodorant stick from European Waxener that ensures long-lasting freshness without pore clogging ingredients. Dun, 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 dun. Very interesting. 97% agreed the product applied smoothly and felt lightweight. 100% agreed after 24 hours my skin feels soft and hydrated. 100% agreed that they felt a reduction in underarm odor. 100%. I don't know if I can believe that. I don't know if I can believe that. I legit got one-on-one reviews, face-to-face reviews, and everyone has said they don't feel good with even this deodorant, this deodorant stick. And 97% agree this product does not flake or leave white residue on clothes. Okay, let me see. Ingredients like narcissus bulb extract. Haven't heard that from the other deodorants featured. Aloe and vitamin E. All products in European Wax Center's Slow collection are formulated with Narcissus bulb extract, a naturally derived ingredient that's proven to slow, thin, and minimize hair regrowth. So you can get a bit more time in between in between waxes. Okay, that makes sense. I wonder how people feel about that ingredient. And I've been looking for the ingredients, and okay, this is also cruelty free, dermatologist tested, pH balance, and non comedogenic. Oh, I mean, those are claims. Okay, here are the ingredients. Propylene glycol, water, glycerin, aloe, leaf juice, fragrance, citric acid, kelp. Very interesting. It doesn't say anything at all about baking soda. I do not see. Yep, I do not see baking soda at all listed. So that's very interesting. And let's go down to the reviews. Okay. December 5th, 2024. 5 stars from Brooke. I haven't tried anything from EWC that I did not like. All of their products are great. Okay, that's interesting. 5 stars, has reduced shaving by 50%. Okay, she's more interested in the hair regrowth. Right here, August 20th, 2024, from Righteous Zombie, a 1 star. Verified purchase. I hate it. Mad at myself for missing the return window. What? She used it, got mad, and still wanted to return it. Nah, girl, keep that. Okay, she said, I hate it. Mad at myself for missing the return window. Made my pits feel sticky. And within an hour, my BO is going strong. Such a waste of money. Damn. Okay, so that was last year. Then a couple years ago, December 28th, 2023. Ashley, 3 stars. The smell was wonderful, but it felt greasy when applying. Okay. It's probably that narcissist bulb extract for real. Um, I'm getting 50-50. I'm getting 50-50 reviews. Here's a a nice long review. 5 star from Astrid, October 1st, 2023. I'm not sure. They probably, changed the formulation since then. You never know. And actually, I don't even know if they still have this deodorant. I'm gonna have to check. But it says here, my body is pretty picky with the types of deodorants that I use. Oh my gosh, I'm really like, this is an interesting topic because, wow, a lot of people are having. I mean, I guess I never asked. I guess I never asked, but I do remember my brother having reactions with his deodorant, and that was Axe body spray and Axe deodorant. So, and that was gel, and that was regular aluminum added everything. So, and he was having reactions off that one, like exactly like sores and bumps. And then once he stopped using it, it stopped happening. So that is very interesting. That the armpit skin, the glands right there, that area, just so sensitive. But back to the review. My body is pretty picky with the types of deodorants that I use. Fortunately, over the years, more of the sorts that I can use are much more readily available. Most often, I am best with a good, clean, natural stick deodorant, one that does not contain aluminum. This is a good option for my needs. It's clean, easy to use, and seems so far to work well. Can't speak yet, though, about the hair limiting aspect, but that really isn't my biggest concern since I have so little hair along my pits. The one thing that I do not like is that this is a small stick, almost closer than being a travel size. I'm going to blow through this in no time. I do love how easily this glides along my arms. It's not super dry and difficult to drag across the skin, as a lot of the newer good deodorant sticks often are. This has a great gloss without it being damp and slimy. That alone is a wonderful benefit, works well, and keeps me smelling fresh and clean. Also, it does not stain my clothing. Wow. Okay, so that was very interesting. Very, very interesting. The aloe, the vitamin E, the narcissus bulb extract, every single one of these products, deodorant lines that we have been talking about, kind of brings a little something different to the table. So actually, if you're someone that doesn't want to stick with one company and likes to kind of shop around and have like a nice collection of different deodorants for different reasons, like exactly if you were hiking, I'd probably recommend the deodorant lotion, the cream. And then if you were going out, like an evening out, I would probably recommend a nice 24-hour scent that's probably not non-scented, maybe the lavender or vanilla or something like that, like if you're an evening out. And then I guess like to work or even to the gym, I would probably, or to work or shopping, I would probably use like the unscented version because just in case I'm like changing in and out of my clothing, I don't want to get it any on any of the other clothing and don't want to get any residue left over. And then if I'm like going to the gym, I would probably pick something that's more naturally scented just to, keep my 6 feet, say 6 feet away from me. But no, keep my smelling area nice and fresh while I'm working out. So yeah, exactly. Like I would have like a complete different collection and reasons for each stick. I'm not that sensitive, so I'll probably see like what I like the best. I would probably have an update for you guys and do a few reviews on my own and let you guys know how I feel. I mean, I can use, typically anything, but I swear to God, I do believe when I use a European Wax Center deodorant stick, I do believe that it did not help with my sweat. And even after I finished using the European Wax Center deodorant stick, I still felt like, I don't know, like I had an odor even though I stopped. And I think someone said that that's what it takes using the European Wax Center one to like you have to keep using it, and for some reason they call it like a purging. They kind of say that that's expected to happen for that smell to keep happening, and you're just encouraged to keep using it until the smell goes away. Um, so the smell started happening, and I just stopped. I was like, I don't know. I don't think I don't have time to do that. Wait for the purging to pass when all the other deodorants that I've been using, I don't have to do that, and I don't have any issues with the odor. So even when I stopped using it, it kept like for a long time. The odor wouldn't go away. So I don't know what that is. I don't know why the body naturally reacts to those ingredients. So aluminum free or not, what do you guys think? I really would like to know what your insights are and what your favorite deodorant is. Um, and if you would like me to keep you guys updated, I'm going to review definitely and have my own collection. I know how I am. I'm probably really gonna enjoy the vanilla coconut scent and the lotion that from the cream deodorant. I keep bringing that. I'm really interested in that. But yes, don't forget to visit my link tree and go to the Palm website and check out all of the beauty products there. There are more products listed on that website that are EWG certified. So thank you guys so much for relaxing with me. This was such a fun deep dive. I will be hopefully uploading much more throughout the week. I haven't found a schedule yet, but I heard that it's actually encouraged to schedule your uploads. So I'm thinking about uploading a video in the beginning of every week. So I'm probably gonna do once or twice. I'm trying to settle back down and see if I can upload some more videos on YouTube and stay consistent. That's really like my dream, is to continue showing you guys different websites that you can shop on for different beauty products and all these different ingredients. Oh my gosh, every single deodorant that we were talking about was so different. And then the lawsuit, that was completely confusing to me, honestly. And almost a waste of time. So you never know, there might be another lawsuit coming out because that one review. A lot of different Reddits come with updates, so I want to definitely check on that and see how she's going. But when my brother was having reactions with his deodorant, when he just stopped using it, his body was actually able to naturally just heal on its own, thankfully. So, and now that I think about it, I remember the bumps were humongous and sore. Oof. And even like kind of like nodules. So I wonder what that is. But yes, you guys, thank you so much for being here with Gladly TV. I will be posting again this week with more different topics about the beauty world and how it's affecting everyone, and also my algorithm. A lot of the beauty services and techniques, different categories, all these people, all these brand new products. Everyone's algorithm is different, and I just want to show you guys what's on mine. So, thank you for everything. I was just going to go on Reddit. I was thinking I was finding like all of these skincare horror stories, but every single response to the Reddit post was just one answer. Every single person said not to use native deodorant. Like over and over, every single person was like, I second that, I third that, I agree. Don't use that deodorant. Like, oh my God. So that really got me thinking, like, whoa. And then, even though that lawsuit was a kind of, I don't know, it was a very flimsy lawsuit, it was very recent. It was dismissed April 9th, which is like 2, 3 months ago. So you never know, there might be some more people reacting that they will probably have to remove baking soda from their ingredient list altogether. It looks like a lot of different formulas are popping up. So we will see. But yes, check out my shuffles on Pinterest. Don't forget to download that app and follow me at Glamly TV. This is your girl Lydia, and I just want to say, don't forget me this week. I will be posting again, and we're gonna be I don't know what topic I'm gonna be talking about, but it's most likely gonna be about skincare. But I also like reading a lot of these reviews and a lot of the reactions that a lot of people are having when it comes to these different skincare products. So, yes, thank you guys so much. And if there's a skincare line that you would like me to feature on this YouTube channel, please let me know. I'm really into finding out different skincare lines all around me, all around the world. So please let me know what your favorite skincare line is or what your favorite deodorant is, and if you've experienced any different problems, or if you've never had any issues with your deodorant ever. I'm also highly interested in that as well. Thank you guys so much for being with me. I'm going to turn my AC back on. I had it off this whole time to prevent any background noise. So I'm very proud of myself. I was able to do that, but I'm definitely getting so hot. But love you guys. Bye.